Whoa, look at that in-game jump scare. You know, usually I'm at the title screen and then I start the run, but this is actually part 2 of the Europa Expand the Timurids. Part 1 is somewhere, it's everywhere actually. If I did my job correctly, it should be in bold letters practically everywhere you look. But if you can't be bothered to watch part 1, I respect that, so here's a quick rundown. When Shah Rukh died, it started the countdown to a disaster that we had to delay by doing certain things in the mission tree, which eventually led us to integrate our subjects and become the Timurids we are right now. Finishing all of that unlocked 3 potential paths for us: the Mughal path, the Timurid Kingdom path, and the Horde path. And as you can see, we decided to go with the Horde path. Got a lot of missions, very cool, very neat. But you know what would be cooler? 50,000 subs, because that's going to be the Roman Empire speed forming, don't forget. I'm just messing with you, let's get started. Whoa, hold your horses for a second there. Before we go conquering half the world, how about we take a second to travel it? With Surfshark VPN, hopping between regions online is super easy. Fortunately, none of the content on my channel is region locked, but that isn't the case for everything. Sometimes I'll be looking for a video or TV show only to get 0 results. Then I can pop on a VPN, change my location, and what do you know, there it is. And when I travel to Europe this summer, you can bet I'll be using a VPN to keep watching shows only available at home. Surfshark also has a great offer right now, 3 months extra and 83% off with a 2-year subscription. Just scan the QR code or use the link in the description with the promo code Corbett. And if you change your mind later, there's a 30-day money-back guarantee. Thanks to Surfshark for sponsoring today's video. Now let's get back to it. So as the Timurid Empire, of course, we can raise provinces, which is a little bit broken if you've ever played a horde. And weirdly enough, we're still a monarchy, not an actual horde, so we still get access to all of our regular monarchy reforms. Not that we're really going to go down all of these because, you know, high autonomy everywhere. But I'm just saying, you could probably get like minus 25 years of separatism in total with this down here. That's cool. Anyway, our situation is seemingly rather simple, but we do have a total of 12 possible missions we could decide to go for. Of course, we're going to need a lot of cavalry to get things done around here. And, you know, we don't really have claims on anything, so we're gonna have to fix that. Not to mention, we do not have the Renaissance. Right. Well, if we don't have any CBs, we'll just have to make one ourselves. First, we'll strengthen the government, which is not something I usually do, but in this case, it's a little bit important, since we lose a little bit of legitimacy every year. Raising still gives us a lot of points because it's the age of discovery, so we should probably use that. Alright, everyone's in place. We have Tech 4, they have Tech 4, let's get started. Well, that was relatively easy. Alright, there's one annexation, forgot about that. Alright, capital done. Still need to find those guys though. Also, should I take the next tech? Yeah, probably. Well, let's see. But I go over here, encourage development, I'll sink a few points into here. I can expand the infrastructure to make it cheaper to develop. Oh, there they are. And that's the Renaissance. Alright, not bad, still gonna take a little while to spread. That's kind of annoying, especially in a deserted place like this. Damn. Not feeling super optimistic about that. Might have to take that off of somebody. And there goes Uzbek. They really don't have that much land. I mean, it's not great land. The land is land, hordes do not care. Yoink. Oh, I miss playing as a horde. I haven't been able to use my custom hotkeys in so long. Makes things much faster. They really should have like a raise all button, to be honest. Right, I'm pretty sure I was actually supposed to develop Kish and then I would get a bunch of claims on that stuff. Yeah, that's a little bit awkward. Well, I can uncore this stuff briefly, then I'll go and develop this just like a little bit. There we go. Now we've kind of already conquered them. That's awkward, but we get more claims, so that's cool. Plus a neat event. For years, the nomads in the north have been a thorn on our side. Now, however, most of them have been subjugated by us and are willing to serve in our army. Whilst they greatly bolster our ranks, it would be better to stick to our current army with experience in fighting against these people. Alright, what's this? Reset the nomadic conquest modifier to expire in 20 years? I don't know what that means. Oh, I'm guessing it probably means this modifier. Well, it kind of already expires in 20 years, so, that's awkward. Well, we'll just take the mercenary company then. Next, there are still provinces we need to own within Persia, so we should try and make some progress on that. And of course, we'll just like turn down a little bit of autonomy and squeeze out as much manpower as possible. Loans are perfectly okay. After all, we're a horde, so we can just steal money from people. I could declare war on Mushasha, but they're being guaranteed by Karakoyunlu, so that's kind of cringe. Instead, I'll declare war on these guys, probably take like, I don't know, 2, maybe 3 provinces here, and then just invade Kara anyway. Also, a quick tip, I know that we're playing a horde, so when we raise something, it instantly gives us the loot, but let's not worry about that. It might be advantageous to take loot while you're, of course, fighting the war, so the best way to do that is to send cavalry. Cavalry loot a lot faster than regular infantry. Look at that, 1.8 ducats next month. Cavalry is looting at 0.3 each, as opposed to the 0.1 of regular infantry. Alright, that's the siege down here. I'm thinking I might actually not take this stuff. They are, of course, a non-co-belligerent, so it's still a lot more aggressive expansion, so instead, I'll just be taking some money and war reps as usual. Look at that raise. It says we're going to gain horde unity. I'm pretty sure they're just going to give us legitimacy, or maybe nothing. That also works. I don't know. Anyway, it looks like we might have been a little bit too aggressive. We're gonna have some rebels pop if we're not careful. Anyway, I'm gonna ask someone to share maps so I can push further. And what's this? Is this also Central Asia? Maybe. Is it Mongolia, maybe? Well, they don't know about Mongolia. Anyway, the main point is because I need to start an invasion over here. It's all 3 dev though, not really worth much. Maybe I could start over here. At least there's a gold mine in here. Oh yeah, I should also definitely ally the Ottomans for sure. Alright, yeah, I guess we can invade these guys. Alright, we're looking for new heir. This guy kinda sucks. That's a big nope from me. Besides, we kind of need more legitimacy. New heir 621. Yeah, it could be better, it could be worse. At least he has good admins, that's decent, because that's what we spend the most on, especially for courting. Alright, there's that capital. Same with no guy who's been taking a really long time. I do need this province at some point, but I also need like more provinces, so I'm not sure yet. Well, I can't really see why not. We might as well. We have a few too many of our own problems to deal with, and they're not exactly surrendering, so you know what, they can live, that's fine. As for these guys though, I plan on taking all of Yarkand, although I can't exactly see if I am taking all of Yarkand, because, you know, can't steal maps or anything. Yeah, I also hate the fierce negotiator trait, that's really annoying. Alright, fine, I'll take something else, that's cool. Actually, I'll just take some money, that's fine. Actually, it seems this is also part of Yarkand, but I can't exactly tell, I think so. Beautiful, now they're fighting their own subject separatists, very poetic. And of course, I'll throw on the land acquisition policy. Looks like we're missing 1 province though. Would have been a lot nicer to know that beforehand, but what can you do really? So, I don't really have a lot of manpower right now, even with full increased enlistment edicts. I don't really want to hire mercenaries because like I'm kind of limited on cash already. Alright, excellent minister, perfect. I could use a little bit more admin. Well, I do have the extra points. Who knows, might be worth a little bit. There we go, that's some solid income. 50 ducats a month in 1467, not bad. Just patiently waiting for these rebels to finally fire so I can go do something. Thank you. Alright, let's take our next government reform. Probably expand the royal court because we could really use additional reform progress. With how wide we're going to be playing, it's probably a good idea. So the mission tree says we need the rest of Persia, or at least most of the rest of Persia, and also this part up here, and eventually this stuff down here. I don't think we can take all of that in one war. We're definitely going to go for Persia though, because that's my trade node. Alright, that works for me. And that's a 3-star general. Okay. Don't know where they got that from. Yeah, they have 38 tradition. How? That's kind of weird. It's kind of sus. Maybe they cheated it in. Maybe I cheated it in. I don't know. Maybe I secretly added it to make the game harder. I don't know. Either way, it's certainly doing its job. That's for certain. It's alright. The Ottomans are carrying us as I expected. Oh, why did you leave that? Okay. That's painful. Well, cool. Thanks. Guess I'll just siege that myself then. Hold on. Don't you dare. I'm not gonna let them walk into here. I'm guarding this siege. Lost the siege of bruh. Oh, is this Miltech worth it? Yeah, probably. Alright, that's the siege of Tabriz. And the end of the war. I think this peace deal is as close as we can get to literally perfect. There's like practically no coalition. It finishes off, I think, 2 missions, probably. And we get some decent money. Alright, rulers of Persia done. Every Silk province in Persia we own, we will gain 10 Diplo power. That's a lot, isn't it? Every Silk province, yeah, that's a lot of Silk provinces. Although we could get like 2 more. Is that worth it? Let's see, I can invade this guy, that guy. I could see that being worth it if we hold on to that for a little bit longer. Somehow I forgot to raise these provinces before coring them. That's kind of embarrassing. Still gonna raise them though, for obvious reasons, but that's a waste of admin. Alright, we can easily get Gazakamuk out. We're gonna grab some more reps, money, and that alliance with the Ottomans, and that's cool with me. For Biapis, obviously full annexation. Now we've taken all of the Caspian frontier, which is gonna give us just 10 Diplo Dev, randomly distributed, and inherit silk production secrets. Okay, I wonder what that is. We need 500 ducats, 3 provinces producing grain at 20 development, sheesh. And then we can change those grain provinces to silk with +2 production. God damn, that is crazy. Not super overpowered because you are, of course, giving up the additional manpower you could be getting. But silk is worth quite a lot more than grain, so yeah, not bad. Maybe a little bit better for a tall game, but you know, it's not bad. Alright, I guess at this point it's only like an extra 5% to take this admin tech. It's probably fine. Besides, we could start working on that next idea group, which is obviously going to be horde ideas. I mean, the game is practically screaming at you to take horde ideas with this mission down here. We need plus 25% cavalry combat ability, and I don't really know where else to get that other than horde ideas. Speaking of which, we're going to need eventually like 35%, I think. Yeah, I don't know how we're going to get that. Ugh, the Abbasids are invading. That map color is so menacing. Pitch black on the map. I think it looks out of place mainly because I don't think any country in the base game has this map color. That combined with the pure black flag too. Alright, now with these provinces, we should be able to finish off this mission. I mean, it's already done, but you know, more Diplo power for free, I'll definitely take that. Now, this is min-maxing in a modded game. Kind of embarrassing. I'm gonna say it out loud, actually. But like 10 power for every province, you can't just like expect me to pass that up. That's really good. Just as a little bit of an aside, kind of bugs me how the Persian node doesn't really match up with like the Persia region. Like broadly, it kind of does, but then like this isn't Persia, right? I mean, it's in the subcontinent Persia, but it's not like all Persia as the region. And like the node covers some of it, but not like all of the subcontinent, which is fine. But then like down here, this is in the Persia region, but it's not in the Persia node. It hurts. It's painful. Alright, now that's basically everything I want. Just this stuff here. Although, I know the mission tree definitely wants me to continue. Alright, I can take at least that. Maybe everything. Yeah, sure, let's go for everything. Well, that everything just became a little bit more everything. Can I even take all that? Apparently I can. Alright, works for me. And now it's suddenly not everything. That's a little bit disappointing. Sorry, did Ming just rival me? Really? Is that... I mean, I guess they can't really have any other rivals, so I guess that makes sense. Alright, for every silk-producing province in Persia, in the Persia region we own, we'll gain 10 Diplo power. This probably won't put us over the cap, I hope. There we go, that's not bad. We also have our foothold in Arabia, giving us permaclaims on the whole thing. Very nice. Anyway, we have a lot of extra Diplo power and a lot of silk provinces, so let's say we put 2 and 2 together there. Well, you know, I'm not even really sure where to conquer next. Seems no guy somehow got more of their provinces back. I don't know. Uzbek is like barely a thing that exists. I don't know if I feel like invading Oirat today. That's quite a lot of territory I don't know about. Well, maybe I could invade Multan or something. I basically have to go down there anyway. And would you look at that, we're number 3 great power. That's not bad at all. Although if I had the Renaissance, I would be number 1 right now. Alright, let's get started. They're still on Tech 5, same with Jaunpur, so this should be fairly easy. Well, you know, I was thinking about making a 3rd army, and I could slacken for it, since I don't think we need professionalism for like anything, right? Doesn't seem like that at least. Alright, sure. And after all this time, finally we have enough cavalry to grab a couple of claims on stuff that I probably already have, let's be honest, but that's fine. Hold on, they're trying to leave. But they do have Tech 6 now. Alright, fine, we'll let them leave. Alright, let me steal some maps real quick. Ideally, I steal maps of Mongolia, but I don't really have anyone up there. So I'm gonna like build one guy up here. And I'm just gonna do a little bit of spying. Just a tiny little bit. Alright, looking good. Unlike Oirat, sheesh. Anyway, that's war reps plus full money from these guys, and I don't really care about their alliances except that one. Kinda care about that one. You know, I would actually really like to take this siege at some point. It's kind of been sitting at 42% for the past like 6 ticks. Thank you. I'm a little bit less sure about fully annexing Multan. I can't really core like most of this. It would have to be one at a time, and that's kind of annoying. I mean, it's really not that bad of a coalition. You know what? Screw it, I'll take it. Alright, we're going through these conquests a little bit too quick. I can't really keep up with the institution since I've, you know, stated so much. Might have to actually unstate some things just to take the institution and then restate them, which is a massive waste. But you know, sometimes you just have to do it. Well, I could try and develop it like a little bit. But really, that would be wasting even more points, wouldn't it? Actually, here's a really stupid idea. What if I like debase a bunch of stuff? Might actually work in a weird way. And it went up by like 0.7 or something. Okay. Alright, well, I guess I'll just quickly unstate some things. Alright, there you go. I also dev'd it a little bit in Kabul, just so I wasn't only spending admin, you know? Alright, we can sell a few titles. Embrace that real quick. The only downside to conquering faster than the speed of light is you live in unenlightened darkness. Or in other words, I just shouldn't have stated so much. I'll be taking this stuff for the mission that we needed this for, plus one other mission, and I don't know about a third one, maybe. Well, I can't finish this mission. I'll have to finish that later. I can finish this, though. We get a few more permanent claims and the event, the Eastern Expedition. In the lands where Timur died, we've made success. Our armies have crossed the many mountains and deserts to subdue the tribes there. Our plans for the invasion of China are even closer, and the only thing is preparing these lands to greatly aid us in such invasion. Is that gold I see? Oh my god, it has the same brain as I do. Okay, so I'm obviously going to take the gold. Otherwise, the gold is really expensive to dev. This would be interesting because I am actually building a fort here. I usually do that on gold mines. Oh yeah, would you look at that? #1 great power. Nice. Only Ming's larger than us, but that's because, well, you know, China. Ooh, that's a tough one. Trade efficiency and Diplo, or that's a lot of money. I think I'm gonna take that money, yeah. Apparently I can build the Ali Kapu Palace, which is this thing down here. Produces liberty, desire, and same continent subjects, envoy travel time, improve relations. It's not awful, I guess. Maximum version's pretty much the same thing. I think I'm getting a little too excited playing a horde for the first time in a while. Oh, but that reminds me. I do have to do that Teutonic Order into Khan achievement at some point. I should do that eventually. No promises. Alright, next guy to invade, Hormuz. I've been building up a bunch of galleys, so we can easily take this. So how long has it been so far? I think it's been like 25 years? Maybe? Something like that, I think. 25 years since the beginning of this video, at least. And, yeah, we've done quite a lot. I don't even feel like I'm giving good commentary, because it's just like, more provinces, I need more. It's just war after war after war. I know some of you guys like that, though. I need more. Feed more to the Timurids. I wish we had like a cool name, though. I don't think we get one of those. Oh, we have a neat mechanic, though. Look at that. Spoils of War, 79. We lose 1 per year by default. Raising provinces, winning battles, and having a ruler with high power ascending to the throne gives us some extras. Right now that's giving us... Ooh, okay, that's pretty good actually. Wait, that's really good actually. National unrest decrease, discipline increase, province war score cost decrease. Alright. You know, I appreciate unique mechanics like that. It kind of does mess with the balancing like a little bit, but that's fine. I mean, Horde Timurids, how can you even really balance that? I think this is the first time in like actually years that I've clicked this button. I mean, it does give you missionary strength, that's cool. And you do get more manpower if you go far enough, but like the money from legalism, plus you automatically get more manpower, the tax, the technology cost, yeah. Well, we're declaring on a lot of people of the same religion, so, you know. That's practically it for Hormuz. Still willing to fight for some reason. Oh yeah, I guess I never actually fought them, right? Well, anyway, reform number 3, we can enlist the help of Sufi orders. Okay. Do I want holy orders? I do have a lot of extra points to be using. I mean, I can at least check them out, sure. Don't actually remember what these do. Oh, these are like the same ones that Granada has. Oh, okay. Well, that kind of sucks. I'm pretty sure one of the only times I use them is to give myself a little bit of extra free production dev, because like, it only costs me 40 in this case. It actually makes it half the cost of an additional dev, which is cool, but like, it's not that useful. If I were playing Tall, oh boy, I would be all over that. Alright, this is everything we can take from Hormuz. Coalition's starting to get a little bit larger, but I think we keep fighting people just on time, so it's probably not that bad. Anyway, that's the Strait of Hormuz. We could decide to increase the center of trade level and give it a little bit more production, or we could decide to burn it down to the ground. That's a tough choice, actually. No, I'm kidding, it's not. What I should do is probably dev it a little bit and then do this, but, you know, events and all that, we can't really dev it, so I guess it'll just have to stay at a level 2 for a while. Theoretically, I could also, like, burn it down after taking the production dev to, like, give myself more points, right? Yeah, sure, why not? Oh, actually, in that case, that makes this worth it more. 50 devastation, center of trade decreases, I mean, it's already level 1, who cares? This is basically just like a free 500 ducats, hell yeah. I think we've been letting this guy sit on the throne for too long. He's, only 7 points, so below average and literally ratioed by his heir. So I think I'm gonna go ahead, probably abdicate this guy. The lads are finally in position to invade Baluchistan. I've been needing to do that for a while, actually. Delhi's not really as big of a problem as I thought they would be. It would be a little bit worse if I had to fight them, like, directly, you know. with Bengal, but if I can split them apart, then that's fine. I don't think this mission tree actually really wants me to invade India, which is weird considering how much money there would be in there, but I digress. Ooh, free stability, that's really good. I might be able to make enough so I can bump that up once, but not looking very likely. Ah, so close. Well, it is what it is. Now, it seems I actually do need to have a little bit of mercantilism, and I do have a few extra points, so there we go. Raising provinces that have a trade building will now give 0.5 mercantilism, which doesn't sound like it's that great, but trust me, this is crazy stuff. That's actually a little bit broken. A trade building is something like a marketplace, for instance. Also, we could exploit the merchant class. Let's see what this is. We lose 15 mercantilism. Holy, they lose 1 loyalty, which is kind of weird, actually. Really? 1 loyalty, 15 mercantilism? I feel like that number's a little bit backwards. I think it should be 1 mercantilism and 15 loyalty. Otherwise, the other way around, it would actually be really good. So now that we can get Delhi out, as you can imagine, we're gonna break that alliance with Bengal, we're gonna break the guarantee over Ladakh, take the war app's full money, and I guess that's kind of it. I could get a little bit more prestige for free, so yeah, sure, why not? Wait a second, I don't think I read that correctly. This advisor gives what, sorry? +1 yearly legitimacy, +2 monthly splendor. They are upgradable, and they're half cost it seems. Alright, sure. Oh, they're 25% cheaper, never mind. Well, good enough. New heir, 331, terrible. Great, alright. That guy is going straight into the Gulf of Oman. Alright, that'll be the end of Baluchistan. Random 10 development province in Kalat or Makran areas will get its fort upgraded. How about we make it this province? I like that province a lot. Get rid of that, and I'll get rid of this, and I'm going to raise this actually. I think this is the only 10 dev province left. Yeah, looks like it. Alright, then we do this. Alright, it kind of seems like I've done most of the easy things for now. I don't really know if there's much else I can do. I guess I can invade these guys, that's fine. There you go. That's the heir I've been looking for. And after speaking with the guy who made the tree, this is actually supposed to be -10 loyalty and +1 mercantilism, not -15. You know, slight difference. So that'll be changed soon, hopefully. I'm not sure if the Ottomans are going to start invading these guys, but I'm not going to leave that up to chance, so yeah. I could go with Defender of the Faith. Is that really that good of an idea? I don't see any conflicts between religions right now, so I think it's probably fine to take that. After all, I do get more manpower, and that's always nice. Now, if I were to take another idea group, which one would it be? I would say probably diplomatic. One of the best parts about being a horde is taking like 150% overextension, and then just raising that down to be less than 100. So province war score cost is definitely helpful for that. But then again, admin ideas to reduce coring costs would also be cool. But I think we're probably fine on admin, especially since I'm focusing on it so damn hard. Yeah, Diplo's fine. Alright, well that's pretty much it for Karakoyunlu. I'd have to deal with their army a little bit, but that's fine. You know, I actually didn't check the aggressive expansion on that. Are we fine? Yeah, we're like mainly fine. And I was about to start another war, but then, you know, I kind of want to take land back, and to do that I'm gonna have to like stomp on some rebels, so there we go. We can take some land back, and we should invade this guy, just because I can. Why not, right? It's kind of funny how like the vast majority of Diplo ideas are kind of irrelevant to us, because I haven't allied like anybody except the Ottomans, but you know, the Ottomans are not doing that great this game. They still have like, well, practically 1444 borders, but like maybe another 10 provinces. Kind of sad, you know. They let the Mamluks get taken over, and look at them now. That's okay though, we can be the endgame boss instead. Although at the pace we're going at, it's not really going to be the endgame boss, it's more like the mid-game boss. It's not like I'm really doing anything that crazy though. This mission tree is really good for just like a casual horde playthrough. I think the last time I played a horde was when I did the 3 mountains, when I converted to Mayan and then used that to become a horde. So yeah, that must have been like maybe a year ago. And I was tryharding the whole thing, so playing a casual horde, this is kind of nice. Alright, for Kazakh, I think I'm probably gonna take about as much as I can. I don't see a reason why not. Maybe like that would be fine? Sure. It is a slight coalition though. Oh, it includes the Abbasids too. Yikes. Well, that's not terrible. I don't think the Abbasids are actually that strong. 65,000 men, I have 73. Arguable. I think I'd rather mess with them directly though, rather than through like a coalition. Yeah, that works. Alright, so I've been at this for a few hours now. And although I am enjoying it, I'm kind of worried I'm, maybe recording a little bit too much footage for a video. Might be a good place to end off here. Not sure if there'll be a part 3. Kind of depends on how this one does. I can see the mission tree very obviously wants you to form the Mongol Empire. It gets a little bit more obvious as you like push down to here and you're like, okay, that's cool. And then you need all of Russia and you're like, oh, okay. Of course you need Crimea and then you need to like, invade Europe, I guess. So that's cool. And then you go over here and you start invading through China, and that makes a lot of sense, especially since you can make a whole lot of money. I'm pretty sure there are interesting things you can do here, like restoring the Yuan dynasty. That's neat, but I don't think we'll have time to get to that today. Now, I'm not a mission tree designer by any stretch of the imagination, but one little critique I have would be this mission's a little bit, I don't like how you have to own like all of this stuff. It gets a little bit chaotic up here, especially as like one of the intro ones. I don't know. I think it is literally easier to finish this before you finish that. Probably over here too, this one. So, I don't know. I would personally prefer like having a certain number out of the total provinces. That would be cool. That would kind of be it for today. A lot of these missions require a little bit further into the game to really do much with. Like we need 5,000 ducats after winning 75 battles, but like that's a lot of money. And not a lot of battles. It's cool that raising provinces will now give you an extra 20 ducats. That's pretty neat, actually. And I like how you can sort of like empower your ability to raise and it can do more things. That's pretty neat. Also, I think that's a JoJo's reference. Anyway, I like how the mission tree has a lot of flavor. It's very cool, but it also requires a slightly tedious amount of conquering, That would probably be my only comment about it. But of course, everyone's welcome to try out this mission tree themselves. I'm pretty sure this is publicly available by now. Pretty sure it's out of beta, so keep in mind this is just one out of the actually 4 paths there are. I know I mentioned 3 earlier, but there's a 4th secret one. That's gonna be it for me for today. So for now, this is Corbett signing off, and as always, have a fantastic day. All patrons receive early access to videos, and a big thanks this month to Yeo Gabriel McCoy, Ben Greenhagen, Quiet Guy, Torvald, Robert Caleno, Ambient Cyan, James Levy, Chewy Shoot, The Watcher, and Brova. With just $1, you can also get early access to videos, but if you're looking for anything else to watch right now, I'd recommend these videos up on screen.